Alright, spill the tea. Word on the street is that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have hopped on a plane and flown off to Europe, supposedly house hunting. But here's where it gets spicy. This all comes right after the buzz about Ashton being tied to Diddy's case. So are they just looking for a fresh start? Or are they trying to make a quick escape?
Came out, the highly documented decades of friendship between these two seems to have been the nail in their coffin. Just to clarify, moving to Europe is not going to stop extradition back to the States if charges get brought up against Ashton with this whole thing.
Okay, here's the latest scoop. According to the Economic Times, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are supposedly thinking about making a big move to Europe. And honestly, the timing of all this is just way too juicy to ignore. Alright, here's where it gets even juicier. This whole Europe move talk comes right after Ashton got dragged into the drama surrounding Diddy's allegations, and word on the street is Ashton might be trying to dip out before the heat really turns up when Diddy's trial kicks off in May 2025. Sounds like someone's trying to make a clean getaway.
When Time magazine named Ashton Kutcher as one of the 100 most influential people that year, Combs offered the following quote, saying Ashton Kutcher is a sounding board for me. Like me, he's a mogul, a new media mogul, but we are yin and yang. I am in your face, but he is understated, cool, suave.
Okay, brace yourself for the real tea. So it's all just rumors for now, but the streets are buzzing that Ashton is freaking out because there's talk of a certain video lurking in the dark corners of the internet. And get this, the video allegedly shows Ashton involved in some seriously shady stuff at one of Diddy's infamous parties. Yikes. Now we all know Ashton and Diddy used to be tight. Their friendship wasn't just casual hangouts either. They went all out, and Ashton even helped host one of Diddy's iconic white parties in Beverly Hills back in July 2009. The plot thickens. Alright, this is where things get even messier. Back then, no one really thought twice about Ashton and Diddy's tight bond, but now, with all the wild allegations about what went down at those parties, you've got to wonder what kind of shady business Ashton might have been wrapped up in with Diddy. And here's the kicker, Ashton's track record with standing by his problematic friends isn't exactly squeaky clean. Remember when both he and Mila publicly supported their old That 70s Show buddy, Danny Masterson? Yeah, the same Danny who's now serving 30 years to life for 2 felony counts of rape. The drama just keeps piling up.
In her letter, which was made public today by the court, Mila Kunis describes Masterson, a convicted rapist, as having a caring nature and says he is an outstanding role model. Ashton Kutcher calls him kind, courteous, and hardworking. He has always treated people with decency, equality, and generosity.
Now, here's the real jaw-dropper. Ashton, the very same guy who sat in front of Congress, passionately advocating against the exact crimes Diddy's being accused of now. The irony is wild. It's like, how can someone be fighting against these horrible acts publicly while possibly being caught up in the middle of the drama behind closed doors? Talk about a double life.
As part of my anti-trafficking work, I've met victims in Russia. I've met victims in India. I've met victims that have been trafficked from Mexico, victims in New York and New Jersey and all across our country. I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see.
Here's where things get even more unsettling. Ashton's organization, Thorn, is all about protecting the most vulnerable from these horrible crimes. But let's be real. Running an org like that doesn't automatically make you untouchable. Just because someone champions a noble cause doesn't mean they can't have skeletons in their closet. Look at Jerry Sandusky, who created the Second Mile to help underprivileged kids in Pennsylvania, and we all remember how that disaster ended. Could Ashton be hiding something darker behind his good deeds?
The verdict for Jerry Sandusky tonight, guilty on 45 counts of using young men, not guilty on 3 counts. Since the allegations first surfaced, Penn State and its storied football program has been rocked by the horrific accounts of serial predation by the once beloved coach.
And let's not forget Ashton's sketchy behavior when it comes to young women. There's this resurfaced clip that's been making the rounds again, where Ashton talks about kissing a young Mila Kunis and even making a bet about it with none other than Danny Masterson. It's giving serious ick vibes, especially considering everything we know now about Masterson and their circle. The past is definitely coming back to haunt him.
You know what's funny is when she was 14 when we started the show. I was like 19, right?
Right.
And they're like, okay, you guys are going to be making out in this scene.
Right?
He was my first kiss.
Why don't you tell them what bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
This was like
go
a
ahead,
second or
Ashton.
third kiss.
Then Danny goes and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her. What would you stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
For $10.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet, don't we?
Here's where things get really suspicious. Ever since Diddy's legal drama started, Ashton's been completely silent, and both he and Mila have been keeping a super low profile. Like no one's heard a peep from them since that first lawsuit hit Diddy. But now, with rumors swirling about Ashton and Mila planning to move to Europe, fans are buzzing with speculation that Ashton might be more involved in Diddy's alleged crimes than anyone realized. It's starting to feel like they're trying to slip away from the heat. Alright y'all, this tea is getting real hot, and it seems like there's way more to the story than meets the eye. What do you think? Are Ashton and Mila just moving, or is there something deeper going on here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss the latest updates on this wild drama. You know you want to stay in the loop.